Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about Abraham and his special son, Isaac. Why was Isaac special to Abraham and Sarah? Well, they were 90 and 100 years old when they had him. So it would be like your great-grandparents having a baby. Abraham and Sarah didn't understand how they could have a child when they were so old, but they trusted in God, and God fulfilled his promise to them. We know that Isaac brought his family so much joy because his name actually means son of laughter. Well, one day, the Bible tells us in Genesis 22 that God tests Abraham. It says, God tested Abraham. He said to him, "Abraham." And Abraham replied, "Here I am." And God said, "Take your son, your only son. He is the one you love. Take Isaac and go to the place called Moriah. Give your son to me there as a burnt offering. Sacrifice him on the mountain I will show you." I think this is one of the hardest things that God ever asked anyone to do. I cannot even imagine sacrificing one of my children. But Abraham is faithful and he trusts in God, and he knows that God has promised this son and that he will take care of them. And so it says, early the next morning, Abraham got up and loaded his donkey. He took 2 of his servants and his son Isaac with him. He took the wood for the burnt offering, and they set out to obey God. And it talks about how at one part of the journey up the mountain, Isaac said, "Father, we have everything we need for the sacrifice, but where is the lamb?" And Abraham says in verse 8, "God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering, my son." And the 2 of them walked on together. And so I think that just shows how much faith Abraham had, and that even though I'm sure he was so scared and so worried, that he knew that God wanted his people to live and that he was going to make a way and work things out. Abraham built the altar and put his son Isaac on top. But before he could kill his son, an angel of the Lord yelled from heaven, "Stop! Don't lay a hand on the boy. Do not harm him. Now I know that you would do anything for God. You have not held back from me your son, your only son." And Genesis 22:13 says, Abraham looked around. There in a bush he saw a ram caught by its horns. He went over and took the ram. He sacrificed it as a burnt offering instead of his son. So Abraham named that place, "The Lord Will Provide." So this story is a little bit scary, but it has a happy ending. And I love the blessing that the angel of the Lord gave to Abraham after this test that he passed by being faithful and trusting in God and obeying even though he didn't understand.
Let's read Genesis 22, verse 15 through 18. Okay. The angel of the Lord called out to Abraham from heaven a second time. He said, "I am giving you my word that I will bless you. I will bless you because of what you have done, announces the Lord. You have not held back your son, your only son. So I will certainly bless you. I will make the children born into your family as many as the stars in the sky. I will make them as many as the grains of sand on the seashore. They will take over the cities of their enemies. All nations on earth will be blessed because of your children. All these things will happen because you have obeyed me."